Hi. For the Rails Hackathon, what I wanted to do is make a system to give you a backend for doing product tours within your own Rails app. Whenever I've looked at other product tour type software, they're usually hundreds of bucks a month. And the first thing they do in the demo video is they say, we can set this up without needing to contact your developer, which is kind of unfortunate because I am a developer and I want to kind of get into the weeds with some of those things. So what I want to do is kind of build a backend that lets me kind of manage that and do it my way. So let's walk through this. So what I've set up here is just really quickly Spina CMS, just to give me a thing that I can kind of walk around and have an interface and trying to show you what we've got going on. What I've set up is a thing I've called TourMaven, and this is a Rails engine. So there's not much here in terms of the analytics, some of the wires in place for it, but this is where I can see a dashboard and stuff. The big thing is the tour section. So in here we can create new tours, but I'll just hop into, for example, the nav one here. In here we can give it a label, we can give it our configuration. For this, I'm using the tour guide JS, and this is just their recommendation for, or this is their way of doing their JavaScript tours. In here, I'm not filtering this to any page, but what I am doing is I'm looking for this to only show up on pages where it finds this element. So this is just any CSS selector. For the homepage one, I'm actually putting this onto the admin pages. So if I hop over here to the main CMS, I hop over to the navigation and close that, this tour is running. So I can go back and forth using kind of that whole process and finish it. So with this, we've got the tour guides themselves, and we also are, as we click through things, we're actually tracking all of those events. So you can see what they started, stopped, and stepped through things. So that's all working there. In terms of setting this up, we add the TourMaven gem. We mount the engine, so I'm mounting at foo because of testing. And then we hook in our JavaScript, and we add these. These are two helpers that are coming from the engine itself. What these are actually doing is they're injecting a couple of stimulus controllers to get things going. If we inspect the page, we can see here that there's this is that secondary one. This is kind of your master controller. And then you have this one here, which is the specific controller. If you had a system where if you had a setup where you had like 5 tours showing up on the page, you would see 5 of these tour stimulus controllers, but you'd still just have this one master one, which actually run things. So this gives you a Rails engine, you can easily mount it. It gives you a whole backend for managing your tours. And yeah, the few places I see kind of extending this is going to be in the dashboard reporting and kind of surfacing those analytics. But this is kind of a good start.